Hi guys, it's Rach, and this is a quick word on enabling. It's not a fun topic, especially if you are someone who has not realized yet that you are actually making them worse. I think that if you come from an environment, if you come from a childhood where you were required to take on more than you should have at the age that you were. If you were required to take care of a parent who was struggling, if you were given too much responsibility, if you were forced to raise yourself, all of these things are deeply unfair, but happen to children all over the world, and maybe some of you watching this right now. And this can have lasting effects in a lot of ways. But one of the most dangerous, that doesn't seem dangerous at the time, is that now your identity is wrapped up in being a fixer, or your identity is wrapped up in you being the one that can save somebody else. We get the identity in our family as the one who can solve the problems, the one who can fix the thing, and then it becomes self-identity. I think this happens for women especially because we're taught to be helpers. We're taught that good girls take care of their family, take care of grandma and grandpa, show up for our parents, do the things that traditionally boys are not asked to do. And this continues to grow and augment and become something bigger and bigger until you have this whole generation, or many, many generations of people who have been taught to cut off what we actually need, to cut off this self-knowing of how to care for ourselves because we're so used to taking care of everybody else. We get this mentality of, if I don't do it for them, if I don't save them, if I don't step up, if I don't show up, if I don't loan them money, if I don't do these things, then what's going to happen? There's this fear that's driving it. There's this narrative that's driving it. There's a whole history of past experiences that tell us that this is how we are supposed to be good. So in case you need to hear it, in case nobody's ever told you this before, you are not required to save anybody. You are not required to live anyone else's life for them. And what I didn't understand a long time ago, but I have learned again and again and again, is that the longer you keep fixing things for everybody else, the longer they stay stuck. And the less energy, the less life force, the less ability you have to take care of yourself. I think it's why so many people are grappling with burnout, because we were never taught that we could say no. It was super normal for many of us to go from our family of origin, taking care of a parent, or learning to, how is this person's mood today? Okay, my job is to make sure that everybody's happy. My job is to fix all of the things. We took that little version of ourselves and we plopped it into a marriage. We plopped it into a job. We took our family of origin and all of that trauma and baggage and we brought it to our adult life. I remember years ago, someone suggested I read the book Codependent No More. And I ignored the suggestion because I didn't understand what codependence was. And in finally reading that book years ago, I had all of these flashes of awareness, and I could see these connections that I had never been able to see before. And it takes a very long time to unlearn stories, systems, processes, narratives that you have been indoctrinated inside of since you were little. And by the way, if you are someone who is currently in the process of trying to unlearn those things, I see you. And it is hard, but it does get better. But the only way it gets better is through practice. It's you practicing again and again and again, taking care of you. Taking care of you. Grown-ups in your life need to take care of themselves. You are only responsible for you.